The Manik Mini from Wotofo. The Wotofo Manik Mini Pod was sent to me for review from Wotofo. Wotofo just released the original Manik only a couple of months ago, so it must have been popular enough to make a new mini model. So let's talk about it. It's adjustable from 1 to 30 watts. It uses auto draw. It has a 1000 milliamp hour internal battery. It has 3 mil pod capacity, or 2 mils in the UK. It's 92 millimeters, or 3.6 inches tall, 28 millimeters, or 1.1 inch wide, and 16 millimeters, or 0.6 inches thick. It comes in the colors of gray, blue, red, green, orange, beige, black, and gold. You can get this for around $35 from Wotofo.com. In the box, you'll get the Manik Mini device, a micro USB charging cable, an M12 Next Mesh coil pod, and an M11 parallel coil pod. So like I mentioned, Wotofo just released the original Manik not too long ago. The only similarities here, as far as design goes, are the branding and the leather style panels with their similar stitching patterns. But otherwise, the size and shape are more in line with pod devices like the Smoke Nord or the Vaporesso Luxe PM40. Personally, I really like this style of pod device. It's big enough to push some nice power, but small enough to be ergonomic and easy to carry around. Alright, let's go over the features. On the side of the device is an OLED screen and a single button. Press that button 5 times fast to turn the Manik Mini on and off. Press it 3 times to change the wattage. From there, you can press or hold the power button to increase the wattage. Since there's only one button here, you can only move the wattage up. It can go up to 30 watts, so when it hits that, it turns over and starts again from 1 watt. This is an auto draw device, so you don't need to press the button to fire it. Just take a puff and it activates. I found that the auto draw works pretty well in here. Manufacturers are definitely getting better with the sensitivity of auto draw. I have had a misfire here and there on the Manik Mini, but it's not too common. The chip in the Manik Mini, which Wotofo calls the next chip, fires super fast. They say it fires in 0.001 seconds, and it definitely seems that way. Alright, let's talk about the pods. The pods hold 3 mils of liquid, which is pretty good, I think. These are side fill, so you do need to take the pod out of the device to fill it up. The silicone seal opens up and gives you plenty of room for the bottle tip. The coils are built into the pods, so no replaceable coils here, which is a bit of a drawback. So you get 2 pods in the kit. The M12 Next Mesh coil pod, which is built at 0.6 ohm and is rated for 15 to 18 watts. The flavor from this pod is pretty good, anywhere within the range that Wotofo recommends. At 15 watts, you get a really good hit, and at 18 watts, you get just a slightly bigger hit. But the flavor stays mostly the same, which is not bad. It has good flavor. And then you have the M11 parallel coil pod. So this pod is built at 0.6 ohm also, and is rated for 18 to 22 watts. This pod seems nearly identical to the M12 pod, just that it can fire a little bit hotter. The flavor seems every bit as good, and you can take it up to 22 watts if you want a bigger hit. Wotofo says that this device is designed for mouth-to-lung vaping, and I think they got it right here. It's a bit of a loose MTL, but it's compensated by extra power, so I do get a really satisfying hit every time. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't have liked for this to have adjustable airflow, because I think that would have been great. But it does work pretty well as it is. The Manik Mini has a 1000 milliamp hour internal battery. I think that's a pretty big battery for a little device like this. You will be taking bigger hits on here, so it's probably not going to last more than a day with heavy vaping, but it's about as big as you can get in a shell this small. The device charges using a micro USB, so that's a bummer. Nearly all devices use USB-C these days, so I'm surprised that Wotofo didn't update the charging port here. This does charge fast though, and it has pass-through charging, so you can vape it while it's charging. And there are safety features on here. You have low voltage warnings, PCBA temperature safety shutoff, short circuit protection, low resistance protection, and overheating protection. Alright, my final thoughts. The Manik Mini is a great little pod device. I've been using only Saltnik in my pods, and it's been really satisfying. The airflow is comfortable, the auto draw works pretty well, the flavor from the pods is really good, and the device looks nice. I've been pretty happy with it. This was sent to me for a review from Wotofo, and you can get it from them for around $35. Alright, thanks for checking out this review, and I'll catch you in the next one.